Guess I have to be the one to tell you. You're dead. You're obviously new to this whole existence, but truth is, most of you types won't even make it a whole year. We have one rule. You don't break the Masquerade.
This city. We're all fighting over scraps here.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your death. Having fun yet?
After well over a decade, fans of the cult classic RPG Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines finally got what they wanted, a resurrection! A proper sequel is coming soon, and here to tell us more about it are Cara and Brian. So, obviously the first game was released in 2004, so kind of for the uninitiated, do you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, when you're a vampire in Vampire the Masquerade, you have to keep the masquerade, which means that essentially when you're thirsty for blood, you have to kind of not let anyone see. Yeah.
I'm just being cash.
If humanity finds out, then they might come and hunt you down. So the basis of that is basically you've got to be quite secret, walk the line a little bit.
Sneaky vampirism.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So what kind of gameplay are we going to be seeing today? What have you got to show us?
Yeah, in the trailer we just showed, we're showing some footage from the first third of the game, and you're still kind of a Thin Blood, so you're still working your way up into the world, and Thin Blood is a kind of a less powerful version of the normal vampires. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you're probably just going to phlebotomy clinics and siphoning off some blood there, taking no, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
it's the easy road.
So how does your character evolve? So you talked about these different kind of stages just a little bit, but how does that work throughout the course of the game?
Eventually, you kind of develop a lot of like skills and powers that are to do with how you choose to play the game.
Okay.
For example, you might choose to in disciplines you might choose to basically get like more and more in like say coercive behavior, like coercive, like persuasive right. Negotiation tactics.
Right.
Like you might
give me your blood, please.
Seduce someone. Yeah.
Yeah, and also stuff like traditional skills, disciplines, which is like vampire magic, kind of. But it's an RPG, so expect a huge progression system and choices that actually go off those skills.
Sounds interesting. So you moved to Seattle for this. Like, how did that kind of come about, and how's that going to kind of influence the game? You were like, there's a load of bloodsuckers in Seattle.
Yeah,
what are you saying?
It's dark and rainy. It's depressing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for 6 months it's totally dark. So anyhow, no, we're based in Seattle, so it's a lot easier to kind of go
that's
out.
quite useful. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's useful to like go out and
with you.
location scout and do research and dig into the history and really present stuff that we as locals will like understand or know about, and then we can put it in the game.
It has a kind of like dark underbelly as well, because there's like a kind of historic underground part of the city that you can like inhabit when you're a vampire. So
does that exist in Seattle? Did I miss that last time I was there?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good to know. So how did you kind of write like what it's like to be a vampire? How do you even go about doing that?
You just stay indoors in the dark and don't
that's
go
kind
outside.
That's what I do anyway. I feel like I should have helped.
And then you drink blood, obviously.
Less of that these days, trying to, keep that down, keep trim.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just some scheming once in a while.
Scheming, manipulating.
I do love some scheming and manipulating, though. That's good. I mean, it looks great, though. Look at this. Fantastic. What are we seeing here?
You're seeing a bit of the combat here, so you can use some skills that can be like use bats on people. That's fantastic.
Loving that.
You can essentially go a little bit of telekinesis going.
So nice, like mix of different kind of
become vapor and go through vents, air vents.
Ooh, I've always wanted to become vapor.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's always appealed to me. Brian, obviously coming back to the game, what's that kind of like after sort of such a long period of time? Does it feel like a homecoming?
It actually, I mean, it was pretty natural just getting back into it. It was just like, well, the best thing about the setting is that you can just take it to any city, a number of characters, and there's just tons of stories you can write with the setting. I mean, it's all about what you do with it. So we've got, this story is set in Seattle, but it could be set anywhere.
Yeah, and we've got like a kind of modern Seattle to pull from. So, there's a lot of like issues going on in the city to do with like old Seattle versus new Seattle that we kind of weave in there. So it's like a really nice conflict to look at.
Cool. Okay. Well, look, thank you so much to you guys. Thank you so much, Brian and Cara, for coming and joining with us and showing us a little bit of that. I mean, we never have enough time. There's so many games going on at the moment. It's ridiculous.